Hello, hi. Uh, how's your weekend going? This is a bit impromptu, but um, August. Oh my goodness! And I wanted to use this opportunity to promote a couple of entrepreneurs who are going to come on to chat with us. Until they come on board, let me start by saying hello to you, Islanders. How you doing? Wave at you. Okay. Okay. I'm excited for August in a few days to be my birthday. But I know so many wonderful people who are also celebrating their birthdays this month. And this is a shout out to every one of you out there whose birthday falls within the month of August. We pray for blessings upon our life, favor, grace. And we pray for COVID to end as soon as possible so that we can get back to the good part of life as we know it. It's been a very interesting week for me. Islanders, thank you. It's been a very interesting week for me because I am looking forward to, what the rest of the month has in store. But I dedicated August to Thanksgiving. So I have spent the better part of this month in reflection and in prayers and just appreciating what God has deemed fit to bless one with. And I find that I want to celebrate mostly the small things that we take for granted every day. I begin to realize that they are the most important things to me in my life. So I'm making out time now to actually enjoy those things, to spend time in faith, in worship, to spend time use my time judiciously, productively, to use my time to do the things that are important to me and to the people around me, to contribute meaningfully to the lives of others, and to also enjoy my journey as I go on. Also reflecting on my relationships with people, with my friends, begin to see them, friends and family, as assets, wanting to pour out of myself into others, wanting to give more, and wanting to be there for others as much as I can. After all, what are we here for if not to strengthen one another and to create better life for each other? Okay? So, I don't know what's going on with you, but I know that if we stay positive, we'll achieve even more. My guest today is about to come on board with me, and she wants to talk about her business, about she's in the creative industry, and it's one of the most difficult businesses to market, as it were, or to promote. Is actually the business of services, and I would like to support this young lady as she comes on board. Her Instagram handle is Buife No Man, and I'm very happy to have her join us. Okay, has she asked to join us? No, she's a confidence and speaking coach, and I'm very excited having her with us. I'll ask her to join us now. In life, like I said, the reflections, I've been doing a lot of reflecting this season, and in reflecting, one of the things that I have also come to appreciate is that many a times we let the small things,
Hi.
hi love, we let small things, seemingly small things, pass us by. We don't enjoy the small things, the things that are natural to us, that God has put there for us. While we're in search of all the big things, we forget to enjoy the small things. So my message to you this morning is try and enjoy the small things too. Okay. Hello, how are
Thank-
you? Hi.
I'm good.
It's
Good
my
evening, ma'am.
pleasure to have you on board. Let me say to you what I said
Same
to
here. I'm so
myself as I
excited.
was getting ready. I said to myself, I love these millennials. I love these people. You know why?
Yeah.
You are so, you know what you want and you go for it. You know,
Thank you so much.
and it's to be commended.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
ma'am.
it's my pleasure to have you on board today and to talk about your business, what you do, and how you impact people
Yes.
along the way. Hello, Trick Slayer, how are you? We have a few people who have joined us. So let's,
Hi.
yeah. So
Thank you for joining us, people.
that's right. So tell us, introduce yourself briefly, and then I will interject as you go along, if you don't mind.
All right. Okay, so first of all, thank you once again for having me here, Ma. My name is Guife Nome, and I am a confidence and presentation skills coach.
Excellent.
And I started coaching people on the art of delivering presentations at work because earlier on, as a girl growing up, I was very shy. I couldn't express myself when I had an idea, and opportunities were just passing me by because I would meet someone or want to be in press club, for instance, in school, but then the fear of everybody's going to be looking at me. What if they think I'm stupid? What if they boo at me? What if I mess up during my news broadcast and all of that? And yeah, I had to just stop myself from joining such clubs. Then when I now entered into the marketplace, I realized that that was hurting my career, because there were times I would be in a meeting, like in a corporate meeting, and I'll have an idea to share. The floor is open. If you want to share anything with us, go ahead. But then I'll just get stuck in that place of what if I make a mistake? What if it doesn't come out right? What if they don't accept my idea? What if they reject my idea?
And that's what I'm saying.
What if they reject me? Yeah. So I just realized that at the end of the day, somebody else would go ahead and share that same idea.
And shine.
Yes, and shine. They'll be acknowledged for that. The idea will be taken up. And the other thing that really got to me was that they will now be appointed to execute that idea or lead the team that would execute that. That was like an extra juice for them career-wise. And I was missing out on those things. So I had to start working on myself so that I can be able to overcome that shyness, overcome stage fright, and be able to express myself. What made it really difficult for me at first was I am an introvert.
Yes.
So I felt that the fact that I am an introvert was my problem. But I've come to realize that being an introvert has nothing to do with that. In fact, you have strengths that can enable you to be a better communicator.
Excellent.
If you can just get out of your own self and go ahead and do that. So that is why I do what I do. I want to help other working professionals, other business owners to be able to express their ideas, sell their products effectively and with confidence.
Okay. What you went through, wasn't that part of growing up? You coming to a realization of being able to express yourself better? Is that something that can happen as we grow older? Or do you think it's something that we must learn?
Okay, so the first thing,
yes.
Yeah, what I would say about that is there's a part of growing up, but if you have that shyness, if you have that inability to express yourself, then it's definitely something that you have to intentionally work on. And what the thing with communication and the thing with presentation is that there are techniques to it.
Okay.
Because yeah, I get people who are also introverted. They're like, how can you say you're an introvert and you're talking like this? And I'm like, there are techniques.
Okay.
You just need to learn the techniques. You just need to learn the system. Then the other thing is about the low self-esteem and the stage fright and all that. You have to deal with that mental part of yourself, because if you're going to be speaking, you have to be able to inspire trust in your audience.
Interesting.
And the way to do that is if you have trust in yourself, if you believe in yourself and in your idea, then it will be easier for you to communicate that confidence. People can only trust you if they feel that energy of, she is really a confident person. I always tell people that I train that confidence always reflects competence.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So when you act confidently, people automatically assume that you are competent in the area that you are expressing yourself in. So if you want clients, for instance, to, oh, this product is going to work for me. I think I need to buy this. You have to have that confidence in the way that you talk about it. You have to believe in your product. You have to believe in the viability. So it's something that you have to work on. It's something that we have to work on. It doesn't just come. Yes, you work on it. You develop those skills and you're able to communicate.
Okay, you're a confidence coach. So let me tell you what I think. I think, I like what you said about whether you're an introvert or not has nothing to do with being able to present. An introvert is you not being
Yeah.
out there, unnecessarily, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in the business process, in the process of engaging with others, and you need to have something to say, you should be able to say that. But and I
Yes.
agree with you that you get better at it as you do more of it, and that competence is one of the important things. It comes with confidence. So your confidence will translate or reflect competence as it
Yes.
were. I agree with you. So content is very important. Personally,
Mm-hmm.
I find myself on stage a couple of times having to speak, uh, with friends, in the course of business, in church,
Yes.
and I realize that when you have your content together, it's also very important. But stage fright is something that I think everybody, you remember Beyonce said she has what do you call it? A, a personal an alter ego that goes before her when she goes on stage.
Okay. Yeah. The
Yes.
Sasha Pierce.
Thank
Okay.
you. So those are the things you're talking about today, and I'm really excited to hear more about it. So yes, confidence is something that someone can teach you how to present yourself properly, the techniques to use to
Yes.
cope with stage fright, as it were, and then also how to prepare for engaging with others on a public forum, as it were. So,
Yes.
what tips can you share to help women who struggle with stage fright so that they can deliver brilliant presentations?
Awesome. So the first thing that I always share is find out why you are afraid.
Okay.
And yeah, you have to know that. And when you're thinking about that, why that is important is because people often think it's just me. I'm the only one who is afraid. I'm the only one who is scared. In fact, I was teaching people how to use social media, and stage fright was just something that I would teach, just like something that would just come up. It wasn't what I was doing like consistently until my friend told me, Grife, you feel that people don't need this. That is why you're not talking about it. And he said to me, you are one of the people that I've learned to speak confidently from. Another person told me that it is from your post that I've learned how to do this. So people always think it's just me. It's just me. I have a problem. And no, you don't have a problem
Okay.
that cannot be solved. Your problem is something that can be solved. And as business professionals, I always ask them, why are you afraid of delivering this presentation?
Okay.
What is causing you the fear? When people have fear, one of the reasons can be that there is a high stake involved in that presentation. Maybe they have to close a very important deal,
Okay, there's a
or
stake.
they have to be they have to be promoted. So that can cause fear. I recently read a report. I recently read a report that 85% of business executives said that they often feel that fright when they have a presentation to give.
Yeah.
And because often there is a stake involved. So you have to know those things. Why are you afraid? What is the stake involved? So that you can come out of your mind and into reality.
That's right.
Reality is this is what I'm afraid can happen or cannot or may not happen if I fail or make a mistake during my presentation. Then you can now constructively and intentionally look at it. Okay, what can I do to prevent this from happening?
Okay.
What are the chances of this happening? Because you've practiced, like you said, you have the content, you have been working in this position for a while. That is why you have been trusted to do that presentation. Nobody calls someone they feel, oh, you're not going, this person cannot give a presentation. This person does not have the content.
Yeah.
Nobody gives you that opportunity. But once you have the opportunity to speak, it's because someone or a group of persons saw you and they feel you have that capacity. So you already have the content.
Yes.
You now have to constructively look at what your fears are. And if it is deeply rooted, then you use the cognitive behavioral therapy technique. That is usually what I use. So what can go wrong? And then you begin to question those fear thoughts until you come to a basic one, which from the work I've done with people, it always comes back to how they feel about themselves, not even how they feel about the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they may feel I am powerless against my boss,
Yeah.
or I am unimportant. I mean, I'm not even the manager, I'm not the supervisor, I'm just one member of a team,
Yeah.
or I'm not good enough, I don't look the part. So it often comes down to that way that you look
You
at
perceive
yourself,
yourself.
which
Yeah.
is,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So for you to build that self-confidence, you have to change your perception
Of
of yourself.
yourself. Excellent.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
I
that
like
is
that.
the first key. Yeah.
So you get to look at who you are. You have to understand who you are so that you can understand your fears, right? So you need to change whatever
Yes.
it is that is holding you back or that is making you put yourself, you know, down and make you feel like this is not something you're able to do. So you have to deal with that. And you said the way to deal with that is to apply cognitive, that's been solution minded, that's solve the problem, right? Yeah.
Yes.
How does affirmations work with that though? You know
Yeah.
affirmations, yeah.
The affirmations is like when you have now found out what you are really afraid of, that is where affirmations come in. So the affirmations are positive statements that contradict the negative beliefs you have about yourself.
Yes.
So if one of the negative beliefs is I am powerless, I don't have authority in this place, they can choose to do to me whatever they want. If you know that is your problem, your affirmation can be I am powerful,
Yeah.
I am able,
Yeah.
I am in control,
yes.
I am in charge. Today I expect great results.
All right.
So that is where affirmations come in. You have to know what the negative belief you have about yourself. If you feel I'm not intelligent enough or I am not brilliant enough, then what is the positive affirmation that you can use for that? I am wonderfully and fearfully made. I have the mind of Christ. I always use scriptural these things because I believe that has a lot of power. Yeah. So I have the mind of Christ. God has not given me the spirit of fear. I have a well-balanced mind. I have the spirit of power. I have the spirit of love. For those who feel that they are unlovable, that there is nothing they can do to please their boss, you tell yourself, I have the spirit of love. I am loved, and I am loved, and I am loving. You say that about yourself, and there's a difference between positive thinking and positive speaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't just think the thoughts. In fact, I encourage my clients to write it down and then say it to themselves over and over.
Yeah.
And the other thing I tell them,
are wonderful. They have a very strong impact on the person. On the mind. Telling yourself the positive things and helping yourself move beyond whatever it is that is holding you down is very important. Building yourself up. And I think it's something that everybody needs to learn how to do. So to build confidence, as you heard our coach, to build your self-confidence, the first thing you need to learn how to do is to understand yourself. And in understanding yourself, you need to identify what it is that is holding you back so that you can find a solution to it. And one of the ways she says you can move forward is to have affirmations. Tell yourself positive things, not just thinking them, but actually saying them to yourselves, writing them down. Okay, next step. Thank you.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
I actually have a free positive affirmations for speakers for confidence speaking that they can grab from my bio. So it's free. They just need to sign up and get it. Yeah.
Fantastic. I should have even pinned but anybody who comes on board will see that there are 2 people on board and will see your name there too.
Yes.
Okay. So what about, it's one thing to be a confidence person, but let's take it into that, let's think in terms of a woman who is working in a male-dominated environment. Have you encountered anybody who's having those challenges, working in a male-dominated environment, finding your voice and being able to present your truth, to contribute meaningfully and earn the respect of others? Because it's one thing for you to be doing all the work behind the scene, but you never say anything at meetings, you never contribute at presentations.
So the thing about that is I've actually had an experience in that area, and I used to be very slim, like way slimmer than this. So So I often felt, not just I was a lady, I often felt like small. And people would always ask me this question: how old are you?
Yeah.
You know, I go to an organization to talk about a training I'm having or a service I can provide. And the person looks at me and they're like, how old are you? I went to register my business. How old are you? What do you want with money and all that? Those, you know, but I spoke to someone about it and he said to me, Wifa, the reason you get asked those questions is because you think about yourself in that manner. So I actually go in feeling, oh, I'm small, I'm young, I'm this, I'm that. So I give off that energy that now prompts people, even without them knowing, to ask me those questions. After that conversation, I changed my narrative about myself and I stopped thinking about myself as too young, too this, too that. Yeah. So when it comes to speaking up in front of males, you have to, that's that part of confidence. You have to know who you are. You have to know the value that you can bring to the table. And you have to look at the males as humans. I don't see them as superior. I don't see them as more important. And I learned that from the scriptures as well. I think it's somewhere in Galatians. The Bible says that there is therefore now no Greek, no Jew, no male, no female. What matters now is that Christ is in you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is what matters. So when you are in a male-dominated environment, the question is, do you have value? Do you have content?
Thank you.
Do you have what to say? So you have to then, if you don't have that, go ahead and get as much as that. What is your work about? What are your duties? What are your responsibilities?
Yeah.
You have to work on that, get knowledge, get experience, insert yourself so that you can get as much wisdom as possible. People often give space for people they know can produce, irrespective of gender.
I like that.
When you push enough, when you show that I'm not backing down attitude,
absolutely,
without being arrogant, but I'm not backing down. I know this, just like you said, I love people that know what they want and they go for it.
Yeah.
It's something that I've told myself. I always ask myself that question: what do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want? Excuses are not enough. What do you want? What if you can answer that question and you start moving towards it, things are going to start clearing the way, including the males. I have people in my life. In fact, if you ask me, the majority of people who teach and groom me are males. They are males. The person I'm learning how to be a leader and how to be an employer from is someone I work for. And he's a male. So it's just that knowing that there is therefore no male, no female. What matters is that you have Christ, and what matters is that Christ has laid hold of you so that you can lay hold of something else. Yeah. So push towards laying hold of that for which Christ laid hold of you, and you're going to be good.
Fantastic. Well done. Working in a male-dominated environment for women, I like what you said. You know, of course, you have to be spiritually grounded in anything you're doing in life, okay? But beyond that, content is very, very important. And where you find yourself lacking, it's very important to build yourself up before you push yourself, you know, that far. Relevance is very important. You know, the content, the relevance of the information you are sharing, the relevance of the training, you know, it's so much training available now. If it's training that you can do online, or there's a certification program you need to do to push yourself a little further, do not hesitate. It is very important that you are competent when you are presenting yourself.
Yes.
Because that's what keeps selling you. That's what keeps people coming back. The value that is you, whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are old or you are young. People make a way for you. The Bible says that your gift will make a way for you. But what it means actually is the fact that people recognize value. That's what it means. People recognize value. So find out, build up, and then
and deploy.
Thank you. Okay. So what tips are you going to share today for business people, you know, in this our era of, you know, do you know the wonderful thing about this COVID season? I mean, don't forgive me for saying anything nice about COVID, but it's the fact that we are all now realizing that we don't need to go to every meeting. We don't need to be on the road. We can make our presentations from our base to crowded,
Yes.
to people all over the world, and it has shrunk the world even further. If you'll agree with me, we're all in each other's space in a bigger way
Yes.
than we have ever been before. Okay, so we're doing a lot more online. We're doing webinars. We're doing presentations. We're having conversations. We're promoting our businesses. We're promoting others. We are pushing boundaries that we have never pushed before. Okay. Somebody said to me she's never done a presentation before, but because of COVID, she's finding
COVID.
herself marketing her products online, and probably going to do more of it now. But that's the I won't say trend, but I would say that's the
Reality.
truth of our lives right now. And I don't think we're going to go back. There are many things that we're going to go back to after now, but this is not one of those. This is one of those that is going
Yes.
to continue to be. So as a confidence coach and as a presentation person, can you please give us tips on things or on ways that we can do this right and do it better?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when presenting in front of a camera, it can be a bit more difficult because one, you're dealing with nerves. Some people don't like the way they look, they don't like the way they sound, and they just feel like too exposed with the whole virtual thing. The other thing is that you're most likely going to be in a room alone and speaking into a camera. Just like we are now, we are just, if this was a single live broadcast, it would be just one person
Just
talking
talking,
into
yeah.
the camera, not knowing what the other person who is watching or listening is thinking and feeling and all that. But when you have a live audience, you can look at their faces to know if they are bored, if they are tired,
Engage
if they are
reaction,
enjoying
yeah.
what you're sharing. Yes. So what you can do with virtual presentation is to first of all get yourself out of the mindset of how you look and the fact that you're not fantastic and all that. You have to get your mind out of that.
Yeah.
Like we've said earlier, people don't really care about how you look.
Yeah.
They care about the value you're bringing.
Content, yeah.
That is the most important thing. So you need to have that content. The other thing is, I'm going to share practical tips. Okay, so when you're going to be giving a professional talk in a professional setting, so just because it's virtual doesn't remove the professionalism. So you have to dress the part.
All right.
Dress the part.
Thank you for reminding
Put
me.
on
I tend to dress down these days when I'm in front of the
yeah. So dress the part, wear what is appropriate. If you were going to be giving that presentation physically, what would you wear? Put on the same thing for your virtual presentation. Secondly, try to look into your lens, not on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, so
am I doing a better
difference
job now? Because I was looking at you, so you said I should look into the lens.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the lens now. Is that a better move?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're using me as your guinea pig. That's fine. Yeah.
So look into your lens, especially when you're doing a presentation, because when you look into your lens, it feels like you're looking into the eyes of your audience.
Oh, fantastic! Okay, great tip.
Yeah, and you know the eyes is where is what we usually communicate with. So you build that connection when you're looking into the lens instead of on the screen.
Okay.
That's true. Then the third thing is mind your audio. You have to be audible enough for your people to hear you.
That's right.
And when you're audible enough, you sound more exciting to listen to when you're audible than when you're too low and people are struggling to pick the words you're speaking. So increase the volume, if I may use that term, speak louder, watch your environment, make sure there are not much noise. And I often advise that when necessary and where your device can allow, use your earpiece.
Okay.
Because the microphone is, if I put on my earpiece now, you're going to notice the change in the sound quality. It sounds better, really. So you have to apply that. If you don't have this, you can always get a lavalier mic and use that for your presentations. And then watch the background as well. So of course is a professional setting, so you don't want things that may ruin your professional image hanging on the background. So you want to watch that. And finally, you also want to ensure that you have appropriate lighting in the environment so that you can be seen. You can be seen and people can people can look at your facial expressions, because that is what you're really communicating with in this sense. So they can look at that, they can feel when you are angry, when you are excited, when you are serious about something, and you know, emotions, the way you feel affects the way the people who are listening to you feel.
Yes.
So if you're smiling on your videos, for instance, there's a chance someone is going to be somewhere watching the video and just smiling unknowingly.
Oh yeah, energy, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
so,
the energy you are emitting. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are some tips I can share
Awesome.
here.
Those are awesome tips. Even I have learned from you today, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, the tips you shared were very, very good. We should watch our background. We should, you know, get ready in terms of the content. You know, you know, not care too much. I mean, you have put yourself together how you're going to look. Nothing is going to change that, right? So don't worry too much about how you look when you're coming to the presentation.
Yeah.
Have your content together. Yeah. Watch your audio. Be mindful of your audio. Be mindful of the background. So many things. Awesome tips. Awesome tips. And I am thinking that there's so much value in what you do. So right now, how do you sell your services?
I have a couple of things that I do. The first is the presentation skills coaching for people who want to improve the quality of their presentations, from overcoming stage fright to planning their presentation, because just having content is not enough, but putting a structure to it, the ability to persuade and the ability to engage your audience, capture their attention, and hold it throughout your presentation. How to start and end powerfully, all those things. So I have that coaching program for people. I also have a presentation skills course, and we have a session starting on the 23rd, which is next Sunday. Then I have a confidence and composed on camera masterclass, a masterclass where I teach people how to appear confident on their videos, whether it is a live broadcast, a webinar, or a marketing video for their business.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I teach you, and in that masterclass, I also share tools that you can use to edit your videos, including tutorials of how to use those apps and all. And I have a book that I authored this year for people who have stage fright. It's called Your Complete Guide.
You have a copy with you
Beat
there?
Stage Fright. No, it's an ebook. It's available online. Yes, just e-copy for now. It's available online. Everything is on my bio. And my DM is as open can be. So you're free to slide in to talk to me.
Fantastic. It's been nice having you with us today.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot from you. I'll visit your page and look at that bio and get access to your ebook. As you know, I'm always open to learning, and I know that there's so much to learn out there. You know, I spent a lot of time picking up tips. Sometimes you wouldn't believe that some of the things I've even learned years ago. Like I did a course recently on HR because a company asked me some questions, and I just wanted to be sure that the information I was imparting was the right thing. You know, I don't know what has changed in the course of time. The last time I did any HR program was about 10 years ago. And, you know, I went back and did this course, a refresher program, you know, and I was so glad I did. Learning is continuous. We keep building ourselves up.
Upon knowledge. Yes,
we keep building ourselves up, and we keep at it. Every generation, every 10 years or so, the way we do things is refined. So you cannot say because I'm older, so I know better.
Yeah.
You have to be aware that things are refined, they get better. So the only way you can be aware is by checking up. And the way you check up is to go for fresh training, is to get engaged with the younger people, to learn what is evolving and what, you know, is the new things that's what trends are up there. Because you know, our hope is that people who come after us will do better than we did, and they are doing better than we did in terms of making things easier, in terms of you know, communicating and all of that. So well done. Thank you very much for your time. I so enjoyed speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I love being here. Thank you for having me.
You shall come again on another day, because I totally see I'll, create another platform for you where you can talk to a lot of other people and get questions answered, because I see the value in what you bring to the table. Stage fright
Thank
isn't
you so
just
much.
about young and old or being female. Stage fright is something that a lot of people, have it. So it's a wonderful
True.
thing you're doing, okay? So thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Yeah,
much. Thank you so much for
yeah.
having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. We'll let you go now, yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Did you learn anything new today? I did. It was awesome talking to her. And Ibrahim, he wants to come on board. I don't know who he is. I don't want to feel like I cannot promote a man. So let me find out who he is and what he wants. Okay. Oh dear. Does he really want to come on board? I don't know. Let's see what happens. I wanted to bring the trick slayer in. Hello? Anybody out there? The trick slayer. I would like you to come on board if that's fine by you. A charity shop in Nigeria. Are you there? Let's talk about what you do. Are you there? Okay, we're waiting for her to join us. Okay, she declined. She doesn't want to come on board. Okay. Okay, so that's been it for today. I hope you had the opportunity to pick up a few things from our coach. She said confidence reflects competence. And that is so true. When you are delivering a paper or when you are having to talk to people, once you have your content nailed down, you feel like I can do this. So the stage fright after that is you in your way. And she's going to share tips with us. She shared tips with us on how to deal with that. She talked about finding out exactly why your confidence is lacking. Is it because of what people have said to you in the past? Is it because of your own poor perception of yourself? Sometimes we look down on ourselves when we shouldn't. We are capable of doing even much more than we allow ourselves to. We get in our own way because we're thinking less of ourselves. She used spiritual affirmation. She said that Christ is in you, that Christ in you makes you even more competent. So by the time you add your knowledge and that Christ nature that is in you, you should be able to do better. So don't be in your own way. Do better for yourself. Learn to present yourself the way you want to be presented. Thank you very much. It's an interesting 30 minutes. Let's look forward to seeing you again. On the 31st of August, we have a guest coming on board, and she's going to be talking about wellness. She's going to be talking about wellness. Wellness in the sense of, as you get older, what are you supposed to be doing for yourself to ensure that you are here even longer? 31st of August, mark the dates. And if there's any other request I received before then that I consider to be relevant, we shall be here. But August for me is a month of reflection and thanksgiving. So I will continue on that journey, and I don't know what's going on in your own life. I wish you all the best. Have a lovely weekend, the rest of it with your family. Stay blessed. Until we meet again, thank you.